Welcome to Tiling for Dummies. You get to see some legs and some tiling. First up, to keep you hooked, the legs. Kind of pale, not too bad. Now, the tiling. The best part about this install is no expert needed. You can do this your damn self without any issues. To get the experts a little bit more mad, I'm using Schluter Ditra and not cement board. This little plastic membrane is so easy to use, so easy to cut. Also, and most importantly, it's waterproof. You can cut using scissors or a utility knife. The first thing you gotta do is dry fit everything. During the first part, I just like to cut out everything that I need to so I'm not messing with it when the thin set is drying. Now you can mix the thin set and get going. The directions say to wet the plywood so it adheres to the membrane. Yes, you're supposed to wet the plywood and this stuff will stick right down after you put the thin set. First you got to embed it into the plywood by using the trowel on the flat edge, and then you got to come back across with a 1/4 inch V trowel. A quick tip is to make this part of the thin set a little bit more liquidy because it adheres better. Once you put the pad down, you're just going to use your float to really slam it into the plywood. Then you can start tiling right away. I like to dry fit and pre-plan all my tiling first. So you see here, I'm just cutting all the pieces that I already laid out so I can know exactly where they go and not waste any time. All the cuts for this video will be made with a grinder and a tile scorer. No wet saw needed. Don't worry about being perfect because these cuts will be covered up by a vent. Then I break out my tile scorer and I just make a line and then I snap it. This tool is very simple to use and only 150 bucks. You could probably get cheaper, but it's definitely cheaper than a wet saw. Once everything is planned out, I get to tiling. Make sure you read the box to see what kind of trowel size your tile needs. Each tile size is different. You apply the thin set the same way. You push it down onto the mat and then you trowel back towards you, making a nice smooth bed for these tiles to lay on. These tiles are so small, you don't really need the back butter, but you could if you like. I did the perimeter first and now I'm just going to fit everything in like a puzzle. This is why it's best to take the extra few minutes and plan everything out, because there is never a good tile job without a good plan. Also, you want to tile from the far edge so you could tile outside the room without getting trapped. Now that everything's laid out, you just got to rinse and repeat. So to sum it up, you're just going to put the thin set down, then you're going to trowel it back and forth, and then you're going to drop the tiles. You could use a tiling leveling system, which is awesome, but this tile is so small that you could probably get away without it. Now you got the moment of truth, the last roll. Does it fit in or does it not? Of course it fits in because I'm making a video on it. Then you just grout it and look at that. You don't need no expert for anything.